Today I'm going to reveal the 4 ancient money secrets of a Jewish king, the wealthiest and wisest man ever recorded. These are financial principles, thousands of years old, that still determine wealth, poverty, success, failure, discipline, and long-term prosperity. And if you stay with me, you'll understand why your money life changes the moment you apply them. Sit down with me a moment, kid. Let me ask you something simple. If the richest, wisest man in ancient history wrote you a personal letter, would you read it? And if he wrote you one every single day for 31 days, would you memorize every line? Well, he did. His name was Solomon, son of David. Yes, the one who defeated Goliath. Solomon didn't win elections. He won kingdoms. He didn't send emails. He wrote a book. Proverbs, 31 chapters, one for each day of your month. About 15 years ago, I stumbled upon one of the most unexpectedly powerful books I ever read, The Solomon Secret, by Bruce Fleet, a Wall Street investor. He took the financial principles from Proverbs and translated them into modern words. I didn't read it because I was religious. I read it because I wanted to create generational wealth. And what I discovered, oh boy, it changed my life. Now listen here, son. Folks'll tell you them Jewish people got a knack for money. Ain't just luck, ain't just hustle. It's because they've been sitting with the wisdom of old King Solomon. That man laid down real money principles. See, Solomon said, plan before spending, don't let debt chain ya, work your land diligent and keep your mind right, 'cause your wallet follows your heart. Jewish business people meditate on this daily. They took that to heart. They read it, they live it, and they pass it down like grandma's cornbread recipe. So truth be told, it ain't magic. It's Solomon's old-time money secret still working today. You see, when I was your age, I had a friend named Esteban. He was good with people, great with ideas, terrible with money. He made money fast and lost it even faster. He lived like tomorrow didn't exist. One day he told me, "Leo, I work too hard to have so little." And I told him something that hurt him, and that still hurts you and me when we say it. Your problem isn't that you don't make money. Your problem is that you don't manage money. And that is exactly where Solomon begins. Secret number 1. The rich manages money well. The poor mismanages it. This is the foundation of everything. Solomon writes, "The plans of the diligent lead to abundance, but those who rush end in poverty." Proverbs 21:5. Let me translate that for the modern ear. Wealth is built patiently. Poverty is built impulsively. Esteban was impulsive, and life punished him for it. When we were 29, he bought a car he couldn't afford. "I deserve it," he said. 6 months later, the bank took it back. A year later, he was drowning in debt. Because Solomon didn't lie when he wrote, "The borrower becomes slave to the lender." Proverbs 22:7. I watched Esteban become a slave, not because he was a bad man, but because he was a man who didn't plan. I remember telling him, every dollar you don't control ends up controlling you. And that's the truth. Solomon's 4 mini laws inside Secret, Chapter 1. Solomon divides this big truth into smaller ones. A. Always plan before spending. No millionaire, ancient or modern, builds wealth without a plan. B. Debt is bondage. You work for whoever you owe. C. Waste leaves your family unprotected. Why should your bed be taken from under you? because irresponsibility has consequences. D. Build the foundation before the luxury. Prepare your fields first, then build your house. In modern life, that means don't buy the fancy car before you build the stable income. Don't buy the vacation before you build the emergency fund. Don't build the lifestyle before you build the structure. Esteban learned that too late. You don't have to. Secret number 2. God blesses the diligent, not the dreamers. Solomon talks about diligence more than almost anything else. He says, "The hand of the diligent makes rich." Proverbs 10:4. Those who work their land will have plenty. Proverbs 28:19. A skillful man will stand before kings. Proverbs 22:29. Let me tell you a truth of life, friend. You don't get what you want. You get what you work for. When I built my first business, I wasn't the smartest man in the room, but I was the man who stayed the longest. I remember one winter when my hands were bleeding from loading crates. Everyone else went home. I stayed. That month alone paid my investments for an entire year. Solomon doesn't reward dreamers. He rewards workers. So ask yourself, do I finish what I start? Do I push when I'm tired? Do I master my craft? Do I act or just think? Because diligence is the bridge between ideas and reality. Dreamers never cross it. Workers do. Secret number 3, your outer life follows your inner life. This is the most mystical of Solomon's money laws, and the one people underestimate the most. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. My grandmother used to tell me, "Leo, your room looks like your mind. If your finances are messy, your inner world is messy. If your relationships are chaotic, your inner world is chaotic. If your money disappears every month, your mind is untrained." Solomon goes deeper. As water reflects the face, so the heart reflects the person. Proverbs 27:19. Your life is your mirror. If you want to change the reflection, you must change the mind behind it. When I was young, I had a poverty mentality. Always afraid, always feeling behind, always thinking rich people were lucky. Then one day I read a verse, "Walk with the wise and become wise." Proverbs 13:20. So I switched my circle, I left the complainers and joined the builders. And little by little, my reflection changed. Wealth first happens mentally, then financially, never the opposite. Secret number 4, laziness destroys everything. This is the harshest truth in Proverbs. Solomon says, "A little sleep, a little slumber, and poverty will come like an armed man." Proverbs 6:9. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man in my neighborhood, Andres. He wanted to be successful. He wanted to manifest wealth. He wanted the cars, the houses, the freedom. But Andres didn't want effort. He wanted shortcuts. He was allergic to discipline. And Solomon warns, the lazy desire and get nothing, but the diligent thrive. Proverbs 13:4. Years later, Andres was still wishing, still planning, still imagining, and nothing changed, because desire without discipline is useless. Fire without wood. Solomon says laziness makes roofs leak. Laziness destroys homes. Laziness rots futures. If you want prosperity, you must reject laziness ruthlessly. Let me tell you something I've never told publicly. When my sister got sick, the hospital bills crushed us. We were terrified. We weren't prepared. One night, sitting in the dim light of the kitchen, I opened Proverbs, and I realized something painful. We weren't victims, we were unprepared. I didn't need a miracle, I needed discipline. So I took the 4 Solomon secrets, and I lived them like my life depended on it, because it did. I planned. I worked harder than ever, I disciplined my mind. I killed laziness like it was poison. 2 years later, we faced another crisis, but this time, we were ready. And that readiness saved my family. Listen to me. Solomon didn't write Proverbs for scholars. He wrote them for workers, for families, for young men and women trying to build their futures. His 4 money secrets have survived thousands of years because they work in every civilization, every economy, every generation. 1. The rich manage money, the poor mismanage it. 2. Diligence creates wealth, laziness destroys it. 3. Wealth begins inside, not outside. 4. Laziness guarantees poverty, every time. If you take these seriously, your life will change. Now, kid, if this message helped you, hit subscribe. I'm here every week, not to entertain you, but to push you, to guide you, to help you build the life your family deserves. Share this with someone who needs good old truth, not motivation. And may the Lord make you wiser and bless the work of your hands.